Is it theoretically or practical? No, theoretically. I will sound your head if you don't move. I feel a lot of guilt when it comes to this one in particular. But it wasn't. The motherhood was the bulk of the work. The 9 to 5 was just side hustle. What a joke I am. This one is a new school movement. Gentle parenting. So this is the second part that I promised you. If you haven't seen the first one, I'm going to leave a link somewhere on screen and in the description as well so that you can check it out if you want to. But today's video is all about my emphasis again on my unpopular opinions about motherhood. I don't think we need plenty intro this time around. Let's just get into the video. The first one is that you can love your kids and still miss your old life. In fact, I filmed a whole video about this a while ago. I'm also going to leave the link to that video in the description box. But in short, all I'm trying to say is there's a part of you that you miss after you get married, after you have kids. There's just some things that you begin to think about, some things that you begin to wonder about. There's parts of yourself that you didn't think that you're going to lose, that you eventually start to lose. It's just the season of life. You have to change with the season. You cannot be single-minded and in a partnership. It's just, there are things. There are things. The fact that you now have to be considering every single decision that you make and how it affects your husband, your child, your children, if you have multiple. There's just the freedom that you lose. There are a lot of things actually that you lose as a result of being a mom, and you miss that. You miss that individuality of life when it was just you. You have to worry about only yourself, only what you think, what you want, what your future is going to be like. Now you have to worry about plenty multiple people. And I don't think that that is an easy thing to come to terms with. So you miss those times when it was just you. Not to say you don't love the season, not to say you don't love your child or your experience. It's just what it is. The second one is that motherhood is not the most fulfilling thing for every mom. I know for some mom, it's possible that that is what it is. But for other moms, for me, let me speak for myself, it's not. I don't think that I am called to this life to just be a mom, to just do motherhood ministry. I don't think so. I think that there's more to me, to my life, to the impact that I'm supposed to make in this world than to just be a mom. That's a very important, integral part of my life. It's something I don't take very lightly, and I want to do everything in my power to make sure that I raise good, God-fearing children that will make impact in their own world. But for me personally, in addition to that, I think my life, myself, what I want to do is more than motherhood. And that is true for so many other women. Being a mom, being a wife is not all that they are, and it's not all that they want to be. Even though sometimes they don't have the capacity, the help, the whatever it is that they need to do that, so they find themselves stuck in one situation. It causes frustration, it causes complaint. And I know that sometimes when you speak to certain people about like what you want to do outside of where they see you, they cannot understand this. Like, you have this good life, you have this husband, you have this kids, this home. What more can you ask for? What more do you want? In fact, if there are people who don't recognize that a woman can be good and fine on their own without being a wife and a mother. That's why a lot of single and successful women get attacked. When are you going to get married? When are you going to have children? Your wealth is nothing without a man, and they don't understand that. So when you have what they think your life purpose is and you want more, it confuses them. Like, what are you looking for? You're supposed to be a wife, you're supposed to be a mother. All of these things that you're working for is not for you to be a wife and a mother. That's not what it is. And for successful women too, who are fine on their own without being wives or moms or whatever, that is valid as well. Everybody is not created the same. We were not assigned the same destiny. We don't have the same purpose in life. So we are allowed to be more than just one thing. The next one is that some days you don't like being a mom. Some days being a mom is the last thing on your mind, and I think that that's okay. I feel a lot of guilt when it comes to this one in particular, because there are times when I don't feel like being a mom. Like, this situation is frustrating me. Motherhood it's frustrating me. I need time. I need break. I just want to pause it for a bit. And I feel so guilty when I have that thought, that feeling in my head, because motherhood is something that I personally prayed for. I wanted. I've had a child and lost a child, and I know the cry and prayer that I did in order to be a mom that I am. So when I don't feel like being a mom and that thought crosses my mind, if it gives me so much guilt, guys. I feel so guilty that that is even something that I thought of when this thing was all that I wanted at a certain point. So I am voicing it out so that if any other person feels like that, you know that you are not alone. And it's okay. It's okay that you feel like that sometimes. I don't know what the consolation for that is, but as long as you are giving your best, I think that that's all that you can do. You don't regret your decision. You are not being a poor mom just because of that. You are giving your all, doing all you can for your child. And I think that that's all that matters. When those thoughts come, when you feel like that, take a break, ask for help, speak out, and do things to make you feel better until you go back to the place where you can begin to give more. I think that that's like the best way to go about things, but I'm learning not to feel guilty about that any longer, because there are so many things that I prayed for that then I have it, and then I'm like, hey, I did not know that this is what it was going to be. There are a lot of things like that in my life, so this is not any different. Even though it's something that I want, even though it's something that I love to have, even though it's something that I'm so grateful to God for, I still feel overwhelmed by it, with it sometimes. So yeah, that's another unpopular opinion. This one is a new school movement: gentle parenting. It's something that me too I was considering, something that was nice theoretically. Is it theoretically or practical? No, theoretically. Practically, it now becomes tricky. Like in practice, like I will sound your head if you don't move. That's the stage I'm in. Oh my god. Gentle parenting is such a nice to do. It's such a nice practice. It's such a nice culture to have. But in practice, you just realize that it takes a lot of patience, a lot of patience is what it is. Like a lot of patience, a lot of kindness, a lot of calmness in your head. Like in order for you to parent gently, you need a lot of self-awareness, you need a lot of self-work, because it all comes from you. And the fact that I've mentioned how frustrated and tired I am sometimes, I don't have the strength to be doing, oh yeah, yeah, no, we drag, we move, we Well, yeah, my point is gentle parenting is not for everybody. It's not everybody's ministry. It's not, and that's okay. That's okay. The fact that you don't parent gently doesn't mean that you are a bad parent. But I think that there's a difference between discipline and physical assault, physical harm, which is what some of us got when we were growing up. I think there needs to be a balance. There needs to be a balance. You need to discipline from the place of love, not from the place to hurt a child that don't even know what they are doing. They don't understand what they are doing yet. I think at this stage, my child doesn't understand anything yet. Like she definitely cannot tell left from right. So we shout sometimes, we pull sometimes, we don't beat. I tap her sometimes, I'm not going to lie. We don't beat yet, but I think that it will come to a stage. We don't flog her yet. Let me not say beat. We don't flog yet. We don't discipline with cane yet. But I think that there's going to come a time when that would become necessary. My plan is to begin to have conversations with her when she can actually understand what I'm saying. Right now, she doesn't understand anything. And no matter how many times you redirect her from certain places, certain things, she goes back there every single time. So I know that the redirection and other technique is not working yet. So we need a way to remind her that if you do this, this is the consequences of this. If you do this, this is the consequences of this. And I think that a little discipline comes in handy at this stage, but when she can begin to understand and make conversation and actually comprehend what we are trying to do, we can now sit down and have like conversations. She can express her feelings and then we can go back and forth, back and forth. But for now, it's not a possibility to gentle parents the way that we are supposed to, I think. So yeah, gentle parents is not everybody's ministry, and that is okay. The next one is that you can actually regret your motherhood timing. If you gave birth too early, too late, you waited too early, too late, there are things that you can regret in your motherhood journey. People who give birth too early tend to say that they missed out on life, missed out on living as young adults. People who give birth too late will say they don't have the energy, time, patience, they are way into their career to have children. There are things that you can regret, for the lack of better word, when it comes to the choice of the time that you become a mom. And it's different for different people. Some people will prefer earlier, some people will prefer later. So there are some people that are happy that they started early, and right now they are at a certain stage and their children can take care of themselves and they can start their life. They can begin to do what they want to do with their life. And that is a good, I think it's a positive thing. There are some other people who started early as well, but they regret it because they feel like a lot of their early life they spent adulting, they spent mothering, instead of them to travel, go to school, start a business, start a career, do other things that isn't motherhood. They regret that decision. And for people who do late as well, it's the same thing. Two people can choose the same option and end up with different results. That's just what that situation is. So I don't think that there is one that is better than the other. I don't think there is one that's better than the other, but it's just some regrets that comes with it. For me personally, I know that I was beginning to regret why we waited 1 year before we decided to have kids, because if we had started early we would have discovered a lot of things early, or maybe things would not have even gone the way that they went. But these are the things that go on in your head, like if we had done this thing, then would it have been like this? Would we have lost this one? Or you begin to just rethink things and wonder if things could have been different. And I think it's like that for a lot of other things as well. You have two different options, you go with one and you begin to wonder what your life would have turned out to be if you went with the other one, what's the result of the other one would be. I think it's like that for a lot of different things, and motherhood is not an exception. This last one is another very personal one as well, and it's the fact that stay-at-home moms do a lot of work. Like stay at home motherhood moms, whatever, it's a full-time gig, guys. It's a full-time job. I used to have a 9 to 5 that I did together with every other thing that I do at home. I used to work from home, so that was not an issue. And I did not realize that it was going to still be this hard even after I quit my job. So I quit my job to give me time to do other things and to face other things. But I realized that even without my 9 to 5, from morning till night, I'm still busy doing one thing or the other. I was now wondering, how was I able to do my 9 to 5 with all of these things? Because I thought that was what the bulk of my work was. But it wasn't. The motherhood was the bulk of the work. The 9 to 5 was just side hustle. It's not funny. It's a lot of work, guys. It's a lot of work. And kudos to all the stay-at-home moms. I see you. And if nobody has told you today or this week that you are doing an amazing job, I'm telling you that you are doing an amazing job. Like, kudos. Take your flowers, guys. You are doing an amazing job. I cannot even describe how tired and frustrated I am every single day, because I did not know. I did not know. I honestly thought that quitting my job would give me more than enough time to do all of the things that I have on my plate. But what a joke. What a joke I am. A big joke. Yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Let me know if you enjoyed it in the comment section. Also, drop your own motherhood unpopular opinions in the comment section if you have any. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching. Do not forget to subscribe if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.